Hey, Shad here with Speed Addicts, the fastest growing gear site on the web. And today we're going to uncrate the EBC double H compound. What's up, Speed Addicts fans? Before we get into the high performance HH compound from EBC Brakes, do us a favor, do you a favor, subscribe to the Speed Addicts channel. Be up to date and educated on the latest products. Working hard here to help you make great buying decisions and give you that first look at the coolest stuff coming into the power sports industry. Also, if you'd like to support us, you can always shop with us. There's going to be a link in the description below. It'll take you right over to speedaddicts.com and our full selection of EBC brakes and rotors. No matter what you need from EBC, we got it at Speed Addicts. While you're over there, grab a set of gloves. You deserve it. Okay, EBC brakes. Our pick for aftermarket brakes for virtually everything on 2 or even 4 wheels in the power sports game. I've been running EBC pads personally since my very first bike because they are high quality. They are either made in the United States or in their original factory in the UK. EBC has 2. They have their original HQ. It's a British brand, okay? Their original HQ is in the UK. So if you're buying pads or rotors, they're either built, the rotors are all done in the UK. The pads, some of them are done in the UK, some in their other factory here in the US of A. No other manufacturing facilities exist for EBC. What does that mean for you? Well, you're getting great brakes. They are more expensive than some of that cheap stuff out of China, though. But do you want to skimp on brakes? I say no. Find other ways to save money, not when you're trying to stop. It's a bad idea. Now, you've decided you want to get high-quality aftermarket brakes from EBC, but which compound do you get? There are several, and we're talking about street for the purpose of this video, but a lot of the same information crosses over to their dirt compounds, which we also have videos on. But the HH is like their high-performance street pad. Most folks with a sport bike or a bike that they ride sportively, a bike that they ride aggressively, not quite like you stole it, back it off a little bit from there, they are going to want to run HH compound. Now, the other compound that you might see or consider for a street-going machine is going to be the organic compound, aka the black label. Here it is. Okay, these ones do not have the HH after the part number. You notice that. It's just an FA and a digit. The HH has the HH. Now, what's the difference between these compounds? This is their entry-level compound. It's an OE replacement and is organic, which means it's made from stuff that comes out of the ground. I guess metal comes out of the ground too. It's made from petrochemicals and aramid fibers. Okay, so this is a softer, less friction compound. When you move to a Sintered pad, this is made from metallic dust that's been superheated. It's higher friction. Yes, it wears out your rotors faster, but it also stops you faster. Life is full of trade-offs, folks, and this is one of them. Now, who should use the organic compound? People that are riding a machine for everyday purposes, commuting, they're not really pushing it and taking it up to the canyons or something like that, or to the track at all, or their machine is not heavy. If you have a heavy machine where the OE pads are not quite doing the job, or organic pads are not quite stopping you as fast as you'd like, you got a big Harley or something like that, you can't step it up to the HH pads there as well. Now, a lot of folks like me who have a sport bike, who ride in the canyons on the weekend or pushing it, maybe an occasional track day, will use a combination. Now, my favorite combination for my machine that I do take out in the canyons, occasional street day, is going to be the HH compound on the front, where most of that stopping power is located on a 2-wheel machine. And then the organic compound in the rear, because really it doesn't take much to lock up the rear of your motorcycle, and the HH is overkill. Why spend more on the brake pad and then prematurely wear out your rotor with a higher friction setup in the rear of the machine? That's typically not something you need to do. So my recommendation to you spirited riders out there are going to be organic on the rear, HH on the front. You'll be super dialed in. Now, beyond the HH, there are 2 race or track day compounds that are not recommended for the street. We also have videos on that. Those take a little while to get up to temperature. They reduce fade, but they can also be like really sticky and dangerous out of the gate if you're not used to them. Definitely not recommended for the street. Even the most spirited street riders are going to want to go with the HH Sintered compound, which is again a metallic powder that has been superheated and pressed into this material. Now, there's different combinations of the different metals that they do this with. There are actually 3 different types of compounds. In addition to that, organic, which is basically aramid fibers, and petrol resin. And the sintered, there's one in between, which is semi-organic and semi-metal. EBC doesn't like that combination because basically that's usually made with metallic thread that's cheap, and it just doesn't give you the sort of performance you're going to want on a motorcycle. So for EBC, it's either going to be organic or some level of sintered friction pad. The sintered pads are a little bit more money than the organic, but that's what you get for the higher performance package. Okay, again, EBC, made in the USA or the UK, excellent quality producer, reasonably affordable price. Again, not as inexpensive as some of that stuff out of China, but you will thank me later because you will have some of the best stopping power out there. You still got questions about what part number or what compound is right for your riding needs? Well, we've got rider support team ready to help you over the phone, email, or live chat. They'll help you find the right stuff the first time. Make shopping real easy. That's it for today. We'll see you next time to find out what's in the crate.